everybody, just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. All right, guys, welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. I am your boy, Poe Theory.
I'm Jared.
And we are here to review The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 14, episode 15, right? Jesus, we are moving along. Ow, ow. And by the way, I would just like to point out, Jared, you were spot on about when we would be getting our trip. About two episodes ago, he was like, yeah, I think we're going to have this amount of episodes and we're probably going to get our cash trip in 2 episodes. And here we are.
And I think I read that the season finale is in 2 weeks, I want to say.
Okay. So we're ending. This is the second show that ends. Salt Lake City ended on a trip.
Yeah.
Wow. This is new.
Well, something good better happen on the trip, so
it better.
We go.
But yeah. So let's get into the episode. We have the opening scene. We end up at Erica's house. Dorit shows up. She looks phenomenal. Every scene that Dorit is walking into, no matter what she's wearing, Dorit just looks amazing. I guess this is the first time that she's seen Erica's home. I know that there is a narrative that we're tired. I don't think any of us have said anything about us being tired of Erica's home. We were just like, oh, I can't believe they didn't just do like a whole reveal party. But when Dorit says, I'm just so happy for Erica because she just seems so happy, I feel the same way. Like, show me more. Like, I like this new Erica. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm of both minds. It makes me happy too. And I was super excited about the house. But now it seems like we've seen the same 3 rooms like 3 times. I feel like we should have just had a party and got it over with and moved on.
Fair.
But very happy for her. Love the house.
Fair. Guys, I am like backtracking to my critiques of Dorit, and I realized my critiques of Dorit only happened when she was in conflict with Garcelle. I don't think the girls are able to transfer over the way they need to recognize that, like, yeah, now it's like kind of bullying, guys. You guys are bullying her at this point. But Bo shows up looking flawless, and of course, what does she do? Brings in gifts for the trip in Black-owned merch with the Telfeezy. Another thing, we were early to pointing out that the winning trio is Erica, Bose, and Dorit. She put all of them in the same villa. And I love how excited they were about it. That was pretty cool.
Well, I don't know. When Bose led into the conversation, she kind of led into it. Like, and speaking of the room situation, I kind of was hoping for a shakeup. I could have seen Sutton and Garcelle split up. Of course, Bose and Dorit were going to be together. I don't know. I just wanted something a little bit different. She gave us exactly what should happen. It's fine.
She could have did a messy shakeup. She could have took Garcelle away from Sutton and it could have been Garcelle, Dorit, and Bose in a room. Because there is a theory that I have that I won't say now, but I will bring up. Well, it's no longer a theory because fucking Garcelle was dragging it. I thought I was on to something typing, and then here come Garcelle saying exactly what I typed. I was over it. So of course Garcelle shows up at Sutton's house. Yeah. So Garcelle, see, even my notes are confusing me. But basically
Garcelle showed up at Sutton's house and I rolled my eyes.
Right.
Next.
Like, no, it was. And then they bring up Dorit, and basically Garcelle says about the whole little Kelly bag situation. Sutton makes like the snarky comment, like, of course she did. I don't think there's a woman on this show that would not take a Kelly bag. Like, let's stop with this whole like whore thing, sis. Relax. Garcelle brings up that she and Dorit talked about Mo. And it's, for me, somehow when she brought up the whole thing with Mo, and then she automatically jumped to, well, they seem really chummy talking about Dorit and Kyle. She is so jealous. It is ridiculous how jealous she is. Like, she really feels like if Kyle and Dorit are chummy with each other, or back to being, Fierce Force 5, whatever the fuck they were called, that there's no place for her. And that's crazy to me. Like, wow, like just so many traumas at that big old age. Like, that is crazy to me. Like, that is wild to me.
Yeah. And if you really want to be that close to them, or even if you don't want to be that close to Kyle, whatever the case may be, like every time y'all try to get close, you turn around and do some bullshit. So which one is it?
No, facts. I was kind of gagged that your girl was dragging her. We're not dragging her, I guess, just being honest. Like, Garcelle was being very honest. And I think good for her, but also, too, I think she understood what the feedback was. I think because if you, y'all don't watch the after show. God,
Yeah, you
do I gotta give you bitches? Yeah, but do I gotta give you bitches a bonus to get a fucking watch the after show?
First
Jesus.
of all, yes. And secondly, I did watch one clip today.
Ooh, not a whole clip, bitch. But if you pay attention to the what's it called? Their outfits are completely different. It's like they filmed the first half of the season at one point and then came back after a couple more episodes after it showed. And now they're able to like kind of really, really talk. And I think that kind of might be playing a part in how Garcelle is really being super honest. Because she knows the critique is, how you trying to say that about Bose when you do the same thing for your overseer? Damn, that was a lot. I shouldn't have said that. That was a lot. I apologize. Sorry, Garcelle.
I thought we let Reba go like episodes ago. And you just want to bring her spirit back up.
They brought up Kyle and Morgan's concert. Sutton, somehow, I just really think we should just respect her privacy. That pissed Garcelle off. Garcelle was not here for it. Garcelle was like, excuse me? We really playing with kid gloves now. Like, you really want to be this lady friend. You real bad. Real bad. And then Garcelle was like, oh, what happened to you not bowing down?
Not bowing down.
To the altar. And she's
a weird.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Not just like she's a weird lady.
She called her scary. Garcelle said she's scared of her. Scared of Kyle. But one thing that we skipped, bad moderator, Erica making it a point to bring up, and I agree with her. Y'all got the nerve to be talking about like, oh, Sutton all of a sudden is so shocked and sad and like, how dare you talk about an alleged alcohol problem. And when they did the flashback, yes, the questions about all the drama, about all the money and all that stuff, valid questions. But when Garcelle just came straight out and was like, yeah, but you need to figure out your pill to alcohol ratio. Come on.
I don't know. I kind of thought it was a reach. Erica, I mean, I know it was a rough time, but girl, we can't keep bringing it up. They gave you the pizza party. Move on.
I forgot about the pizza party. That's so true. She's been on Sutton's neck, though. She always on Sutton's neck.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. She's like, she tolerates Sutton, and she's cool with her at some points, but she jumps at the opportunity to get any lick back she can. And even in the next episode, you see, like, anytime she can get one in there, just like how Garcelle was with Dorit, that's how Erica is with Sutton.
And also, speaking of what Jared always likes to say about Sutton, about kicking a bitch when they're down, she's no longer down. And the way that Erica keeps coming at her or like trying to hold her accountable, do you notice what's not happening? Sutton is not going back at Erica. She ain't saying nothing crazy because she's no longer down. She's no longer weak. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? She's not in a shitty situation. Go ahead, Jared.
And on that same thing, I'm sure out of all people that were at that table that day, that wallet comment, I'm sure triggered Erica the most, even though she didn't say anything.
Oh, she did say something. She did say something.
Oh, yes, she did. Yeah,
she said, you think you bigger than her? Like, ugh. Also, too, I think that speaks to what I had said when all that happened was when you see, I don't know what Kyle's assistant does outside of being her assistant, but I'm assuming that the wealth isn't wealthing. So, Sutton, you think you're better than Kyle's assistant that is at the same table as you. You think you're better than Erica. You think you're better than Dorit. You think you're better than Garcelle. By that logic, you can't even come to me unless your pocketbook matches. Like, come on. Like, girl, bye. So then we move on to Kyle and Bose. Bose comes over to meet Kyle. First thing I wrote when Bose walked in the door, Bose made Kyle look like a child when they were standing in front of each other. Kyle, I really, really, really appreciated her explaining why she learned Spanish. Do you know to grow in a life that is so privileged in the way that Kyle, I'm sure it's ebbs and flows, but I think the low point is her being middle class, upper middle class. That's probably been the lowest point of her life. And for her to step out of her privilege and say, like, instead of saying, you're in America now, you need to learn how to speak English, she took it upon herself. Yolanda wasn't saying it that way. She explained it at the reunion. Don't you bring up my girl. Don't you bring up my girl. You know, that's my girl. Don't you do it. No, he tried it. He tried it. He brought her up like that. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, she did not. Like, y'all need to relax. For real. Because we not doing that about Yolanda. I'm very serious about my Lyme disease queen. We not doing that.
She's fine now. Ooh, don't make that face.
Enough. Anywho, because I'm sick of it, for real. And so, she comes bearing gifts. Not gonna lie, y'all. I don't think this has happened to me in a very long time. I cried in the sea. Like, I got emotional.
Oh, really?
I got emotional with this scene. I can almost feel it coming back now. When Kyle started to talk about Mo, she said, I was not planning on getting emotional. And then she gets emotional. It just felt so real. It's really interesting to me to see the dynamic between Bose and Kyle, and then the dynamic between Bose and Dorit. Dorit has been able to acclimate herself to Bose very easily. You can tell by the way Bose was speaking to Kyle. Kyle was like a little standoffish in a way. And it like she don't know how to be around a real black girl. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the way that Bose is speaking, her getting emotional, that was rough. Not standoffish, reserved. That's better. Not because standoffish sounds intentional. Where she was more reserved. Like, it was like, ooh, I don't really know what to do. It's like, if you, because I've seen it where you're like, you're really loud and you're really yourself, a white person that's not used to that. You'd be like, hey, girl, I'd be like, oh my God, oh, I don't know what to do here. And that's kind of, yeah, that was like that. One of the things that cracked me up, and I guess because they keep calling him Mo, not Mauricio, that Bose did not know that he was Mexican. That was funny to me. You didn't know Mo was Mexican, girl. He's a Mexican Jew.
Yeah. But he's also adopted too.
Yeah. Look, this is the first time that she's explained it, but she's spoken Spanish like fluently throughout her time on the show. But it's never been, it took for Bose for it to be an actual thing, for people to really notice it. Bose tells a story about her late husband, and we all know that he died prematurely due to cancer. And she tells a story about her walking into the hospital room, and the woman, his then girlfriend, was rubbing his head because they're still married at this time, but separated. And she basically like, hey dog, she gotta go. I ain't like seeing that. I'm not feeling that vibe. She gotta go. And I'm sorry. Again, bringing up my broken home. Today, and I mean literally today, if I got word that something happened to him, first thing smoking. So I totally understood that. I don't know if it would be reciprocated, but literally first thing smoking. That doesn't go away in that way. That was, yeah. And again, Kyle, I knew she appreciated it, what Bose was saying and doing, but how it showed on her, I could see why somebody would say that Kyle is cold, because she couldn't it physically, it didn't look like she received it. I feel like she received it in that moment.
I mean, I can relate. I mean, I shared something personal a couple of weeks ago, and my co-host had no reaction to it, just moved on to the next subject. So, any reactions to your actions?
First of all, I said that, wow, I feel really bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. Condolences.
Did I get a condolences?
I said condolences. I did or not? No, I said I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And he said, so we move on to the next.
I'm sorry. It was the lack of hugs growing up, guys. Jesus. It was the lack of hugs.
I really wasn't bothered by it, but you gonna go hard for Yolanda if you're gonna come for my girl Kyle. Don't be doing the same shit.
Fair. You're right.
Clearly.
But still I rise. But Kyle says she know Mo feels bad, and Bo's just being, maybe she needs to be a psychologist as well, because the questions that she asked, like, but why would he feel bad about this? Why aren't you guys moving forward? So what happens now? And no one's really asked those pointed questions like that to Kyle. And it took her back. As I'm thinking about it, I'm sorry, guys. Was it? No. Oh, wait, I got emotional twice. I just realized that. Girl, I was just, my day has just been emotional roller coaster. All right, that's it, because, I ain't got them.
Yeah, please, Shamia.
Where is Shia? Where is Shia? I miss her. Rain down on me. All right. So then we move on to Kay and Dorit getting together. When Dorit walked in, I kept thinking, I hadn't even seen PK yet. I said, and he's trying to divorce that looking like that?
Right.
Oh, it must be some real emotional, some real emotional turmoil. And then we got to learn a lot more about why he feels the way he feels. And I kind of agree with him in that way. Like Yeah, like it sounded very, not to dog her out, but it sounded like he had like genuine grievances. It's when it came to like the way he even explained about the apartment. He's like, we're getting separated, and here you are trying to dictate how I separate from you. And to me, it seems like, yes, he may be coming off cold, but one of the things that I've learned, having a broken home, is that, did you just roll your eyes at me? Oh my God, I'm going through a lot watching this episode.
I feel like me and Danielle gonna take you to Chuck E. Cheese so we can move on.
Bitch, give me a pizza party. There's one right around the corner from my house while y'all playing around. It sucks because I can just tell it's very clear that he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
But he's coming off cold and distant because he has to. Because what's really in his heart is not that.
But you mean like he still loves her, or like...
That's not even a question. I don't think he really wants that, but I think he's trying to prove a point to her.
I see what you're saying.
Like, be better. I have to be this strict and hard with you. Him not even giving her a clear, what we gonna do here, what's going on. It is because I want you to be better for me. I want you to bring the best person out in me. And that's not what's happening. I am triggered
he said that
by
comment where like, you don't make me better, you make me worse, or whatever the fuck he said. I was like, woof. That's somebody told me that. Yeah.
That's like the worst thing someone can say to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's ego, but if someone said that to me and I was dating them, I would be like, then you need to leave me alone. We need to leave each other alone.
I would think the same thing. If that's really how you feel, then why are we here?
That is a huge thing to say. So they bring up the email, and it was just funny how people communicate and what they see and how they view things. She focused on the fact that get a lawyer. This is what you'll be responsible for. And he said, yeah, you're talking about all those things, but what about all the host of other things that I said about how this relationship and being with you made me feel?
Yeah. And to read, like, you just tell within that marriage, like, to me, she just like very self-centered. And that's what I'm saying. Like, to your point about the emails, like, she's just focusing on what the negative impacts are to her. And if he expressed anything about himself, it's like, that is just... Exactly.
Exactly, Knight. You're right. You are so right, boo-boo. Them hoes ain't loyal. No camera time. No camera time. God damn it. Lay down. Go lay down. Go in the room. Go in the room. Go in the room. Thank you, sweetie. And so it kind of did it. It was interesting when he said, and I felt this when he said it, he was like, listen, we had a great relationship. We had a great marriage. He called her his best mate.
Yeah.
Like that, you can tell he wants it, but pitch changed. I think a lot of relationships are like that when they're about to end. Like the thing that you felt like you could handle when shit was sweet becomes a lot difficult when other things are not going that well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what it really is.
Yeah. I also feel like Dorit seems like the type. I feel like when they first got together, PK used to give her a lot. I feel like Dorit is the type of person where she's gonna constantly, especially once she got on the show, her expectations are just gonna get higher and higher, and she's just gonna want more and more and more in all facets.
Adding to the, like, yes, we understand where PK is coming from and all that great stuff, and because we are a third party to everything, we can see both sides. I still agree with her that being in this weird interim, what we doing here? What we doing? And she's begging for clarity, like begging.
Yeah.
But let me just say this though. So with being in that weird middle ground, that weird space there, it's only been 3 months, right? So when you're separated, isn't the point of being separated, to kind of try to find that middle ground? That's why you're not jumping automatically to divorce. Again, I don't know. I'm speaking from speculation, but I assume when you get separated, it's that medium time where you're not with them, but you're not with anybody. You're like with self.
Divorce me.
You're trying to figure it out.
Divorce me.
But that's why it's divorce and not separation. You see what I'm saying? Because people get separated and then reconcile.
Nah, shit or get off the pot.
Or they separate to get divorced.
Shit or get off the pot. That's not a game that I'm willing to play. Yeah, it's just not a game I'm willing to play. I don't believe in separation. We are either together or not. We are either together or on our way. Speaking of Mr. Kessler, something's going to happen. We got to make something shake. My brain does not work that well with the interim. Like, it just does not.
Honestly, and in this conversation of them at Drake's and then them, I didn't feel like either one of them are ready to make the big D step.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see that.
We said that when you were trying to get your we said that when you were trying to get your life together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing divorce. I'm just gonna work with it. So, yeah.
Anything else you want before we go on to the next topic, Danielle?
Shut up. No.
And so then we move on. I think I'm back to finding Keely very attractive because he had on an appropriate shirt, and that was a very beautiful BMW. The windows weren't tinted, so maybe think it was a rental. But I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too critical.
Why does your car have to be tinted? Isn't that something you do when you're 19 or you're down south?
I think you should. All your cars should be tinted. South. All your cars should be tinted.
It's actually illegal in New Jersey.
Yeah, because y'all have too many restrictions. We don't have that in the South.
It's illegal in New York and New Jersey,
and they don't have that on the West Coast. Like, that's weird. That you're gonna tint your car, right? Your windows tinted.
I've never had my car tinted.
Right. That tracks.
Oh, that's weird.
And sometimes I say I'm going to, and then I just never go do it.
See, but at least it's there. You still think to do it. You just haven't done it.
Yeah.
Danielle saying she get a car and she ain't tinted it. She's not even a thought.
Oh, Weeze's cars before me, they were all tinted. I hated it, and he got a ticket every day.
Oh well, yeah, that's not
And I don't like how when you're in the car it looks cloudy and it's not. That always that's a mind fuck for me.
Right.
Oh, I can kind of see that because sunglasses. Because I don't wear sunglasses, and when I wear sunglasses out, I never wear sunglasses, and when I do, it's always weird when I take them off. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh yeah. Okay, that's what it was. But first thing I thought about was like, wow, her daughter is so cute and just so smart. Like, I just love everything about her daughter, Lael. She asked all the pertinent questions.
She did.
She has all the good questions. And
she's her mother's daughter.
Right. And I appreciated his answers. I was very happy to hear that he had a home. You don't have a home? He got a home in San Diego. I
didn't realize he lived in San Diego. I missed that.
Yeah, she said when we first met him that he lived in San Diego. But I was very happy to hear that he had a home, and him saying that it would be easier for him to get up and move. He said that first before he said selling his home, because at first I was like, oh, of course you're gonna leave that little shitty apartment and go to Bose's beautiful home in Hancock Park. But then when he said, yeah, I'm going to keep my home there. I'm not going to sell it. I was like, okay. Keely got a little yang. And again, he was in an 8 Series BMW. So let's be very clear.
Well,
Keely's
he's a
doing
man of a
something.
particular age with no children.
Here we go.
Well, this is the first time we've heard a man of
Right.
a particular age. Usually she's bashing women.
Yeah.
Well,
I
there
mean,
hasn't been an elder man on there.
Keely's answers to the questions were fine to me. They were a little PC, but I mean, they weren't red flaggy, but they were also a little like, he didn't say anything groundbreaking.
Well, yeah.
Fair.
The multiple kids thing though was like, that was crazy.
Delusional.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
How do y'all feel
Not
about
realistic.
people having children in their late 40s, early 50s? How do y'all feel about that?
I don't mind it. I feel like if for some reason I ever change my mind, that's definitely going to be me because I would not be having kids anytime soon or anywhere in the near future. But who's to say that won't change? So that could be me. But as long as you're healthy and as long as you're financially, actually, sometimes it's better because you are more financially stable at that point. So I think as long as you're healthy and you have the means, I don't see anything wrong with it.
But what about your kid? You have a kid at 50. The average age, especially for Black men, is 73. So
Yeah.
you have a kid at 50. You're losing your dad at 23.
I mean, well, thankfully for me, I'm not average, so I can't relate. But yeah,
I'm here for it.
Can I just say, personally, no, thank you. I'm not a fan of older parents. And to be real, you're never financially stable for a child. They're going to bleed you out to the end.
Damn. Well, thank you, Danielle. I would never change my mind then.
Well, plot twist. I explain every single day. They were bleeding me dry. They actually get worse as they get older. So,
we were literally the other day we and Danielle were talking about it, and I was saying, we were talking about how much money we make and how we feel. There was a time in life when we talked about, man, I can't wait till I make this amount of money. And then when you get there, it's like, I don't feel it. And Danielle was like, well, yeah, even with me and my husband, we'd be great if, we didn't have any kids, like how much money we make. And I was like, damn, Danielle, do you ever think about how much money? She said, bitch, I think about it every day. What are you talking about?
Every day. Ask any parent who has multiple children. They actually absolutely are going to say, I remember a time when I didn't have to feed two little pesticides.
Oh my God.
Dude, they're sucking you dry. I'm not saying they're pesticides. I love my birds. Love them to death. Love them so much.
Did they watch the show?
What I'm saying is, better not. What I will say is it doesn't matter what age you have a child, but the older or younger, I'm saying as far as being there, like you said, Erin, health-wise for a child, as a person who had kids very young, so my early 20s and then my late teens, I'm grateful that we started our family really young.
Yeah, I was kind of confused on why you said early 20s first, because that would be the second child. The first child was teenage pregnancy. Let's not forget that.
It was a teenage pregnancy with my husband.
Oh, I'm not dragging you. I just want you to be. Yeah, very true. I just want you to be very authentic with our crowd. That's it.
I got pregnant when I was 19 years old with my husband.
When I was in college. I'm very college educated.
So, hello. So let's do that. So listen, we were doing all the things. Okay. I had a baby. Okay. And then fast forward, I had another baby at 23. Right. So fast forward now that I'm in my mid 30s, I'm living my best life.
Yeah.
Our friends, either who do not have children, like you guys, and our friends right now, their oldest child is still not my baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living the best. My husband and I are living the best lives we ever had right now. So yes, we are financially stable, but now there's a different type of need for the children. Isn't the diapers? It's the Cash Apps. It's the Venmos. So again, it doesn't really matter.
So you're promoting teen pregnancy.
I'm not promoting teen pregnancy, but hey, I mean, listen, my story just worked out. I do not condone teen pregnancies. I do not condone. Birth control.
So
Emergency contraception.
So then we move on to Mo and Kyle. Mo shows up. It really threw me off because I wasn't looking when I heard Sophia say, "Dad, why are you so hot?" That threw me off. You didn't hear what she said that when Mo walked in?
No.
She hugged her. She's like, "Dad, why are you so hot?"
Oh, hot.
Hot. Oh, yeah, hot. And I was like, the fuck, why is she calling him hot? But then she was actually talking about like his body temperature. I was like,
like sweating.
Hold on now.
I missed that whole line. I didn't see that.
Was it Sophia in the fuck? I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Too dark. Too dark.
I'm cutting it out. Cutting it out. They asked this question on Watch What Happens Live. Do you believe that he only partied 5 days out of the 28 days that he was there?
Fuck no. Because why did he even volunteer that? Who asked?
Right.
That's how you know when somebody lying. When they volunteer information that you didn't ask for, you're lying.
Exactly. As soon as he said that, I'm like, child.
It's very relaxing. I went to spas and, different things like that. Like, girl, good night.
No, he got his back. He got his back scratched.
Right.
He didn't go to no spa.
He went to brothels. That's where he went, child.
Okay.
You know what kind of gags me though, and I wish they would have cut it out. I wish they would have gave it to us in the season. Faye, you beefing with Kyle?
Oh, yeah.
Why did she say that at that table?
I said, it was a mess.
Don't get your separated ass husband coming over trying to get my husband in trouble. That's essentially what she said.
Oh, she 100%. Keep your single ass husband and his concubines away from my husband.
Hello, because she showed up with Kathy. That was another odd thing. She showed up with Kathy and not Kyle. That was odd to me.
We need to investigate that.
I did get he brought up the photos and he basically said that, he didn't want to intentionally hurt anyone, hurt her or hurt the kids. I believe that. Kyle did kind of slide it in real smooth. Like, I mean, I know you didn't know that, but I don't know. Maybe she did. And he was like, don't talk about my bitch. He made a face like, you better watch your mouth. But guys, this is where I got emotional again. When she said, I feel like the rug got pulled up from under me, all these things that we built together. And it just kind of feels like, for what? I felt for her.
Sweetie, she's been saying this all season.
Yeah, but I don't know. Her saying it right there, it felt a little different. And then also, too, let's not forget, we see two separations happening at the same time, and they're handling it completely different in how they interact with each other. We have one couple that damn near give a forehead kiss and high fives when they see each other. And then we have another couple that gets very emotional with each other and hugs each other. I don't know which one I want. Like, if I had to pick which separation I want, I don't know which one I want. In my mind, I feel like I would be PK. And then, I'd probably be the minute. No, I'd be Kyle. I would be Kyle. In that situation.
I mean, I can only base it off the breakups I've been in. I've been in breakups that are very amicable, and I've been in breakups that were tumultuous, and I much prefer the amicable.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Danielle, you can't add anything here. Move on. I was wondering what she was about to say here. You've been with that man since you was 12. Like,
I wasn't with him since I was 12.
Okay. Anywho,
that would have made him 15.
Okay. Anywho, so then Kyle basically says she feels like after she saw the photos that it really gave her the permission to move on. I was like, girl, you was already doing them both. What are you talking about? You've already moved on. Maybe just not publicly. Like, maybe not publicly, but you had already moved on. I was confused by that. Like, who are you telling?
Maybe they haven't done anything physical still.
What? And I know you lying.
It's because he loves Kyle.
I can see Kyle being a little teased, just kind of like doing everything, but
she had city nuts.
What's everything but? What's the but? I mean, what's everything?
She probably just dry humped.
Dry hump? That girl is 50 years old. She ain't
That's
dry
what I was about to say. I would give you that if she was in her early 30s.
Early 30s and dry humping is still sick. You're delusional.
Not when you was 12. No, but not when you was with a whole man your whole life, and then your first time you with a woman, I can see it taking a little while, but at this point, it's like you're gonna shit off and get a pipe when you that old.
Yeah. No, she
You
definitely
know what you want.
she definitely got her kitty
And
ate.
she got her cat ate.
Yeah,
That's the first thing.
she.
That's immediately. That cat got ate and them titties got
And
sucked.
Morgan was
I don't
probably
care.
way better at it than Mo has ever been.
Oh, Morgan ate that cat.
Call me crazy, but I don't get Mo is like busting it down in the bedroom. I don't get that vibe from him.
I don't.
I can see it.
I think he looks better. I think the exterior looks better than what lies beneath. I can kind of see that. I can see that. It's not that he gives like little D energy.
No,
I'm
I don't
just
get
saying. Yeah, I don't get pipe down, nail me to the cross.
No, I think y'all saying that based on how he was now, but Mo back in the day, season 1, season 2, I could definitely see it.
That's fair. He was suave.
All over her. They were all over.
Yeah.
And they were all over each other. Remember, they used to be making out and shit. It used to be really weird. Yeah, they were like really in love at that point.
That's a fact. So then we move on to the girls getting ready for their St. Lucia trip. Everyone's getting together. My first thing that I thought in this whole scene, in the montage of everybody getting together, who was this black woman that was with Kathy?
I missed her too.
Did you? So when Kathy got out of the car, it was a random black. I thought I rewound it twice. First, when I first saw it, I thought, "Oh, she's asking for Kathy's autograph." But then when I rewound it again, there was no pin. And then I looked closer. I said, "Oh, she's holding Kathy's bag." I think that was like Kathy's assistant or something like that. So I was like, "Oh, interesting."
One of her assistants,
right?
The lady.
Jennifer Tilly's luggage. I'm usually not like a monogram girl, but that Louis Vuitton bag, that suitcase, that was gorgeous. Like it was just very plain cute. Of course, you know, you have Erica gushing over her vintage Hermes. What is that? What would you call that? Like an what would you call that, Danielle?
That didn't work.
Like a vanity bag,
right?
Not trunk, but like it's like a caboodle situation.
Right.
It's way beyond my pay grade.
But what was so confusing to me, and I don't know if y'all before Bose explained it, when it went from daytime to nighttime by the time Sutton, I said, I know these bitches ain't had to wait that long, but we find out that they actually flew separately. I was very confused by that. So they finally get to St. Lucia. First thing that I looked up when I saw them arrive to St. Lucia and they had their police escort, I said, "Is St. Lucia dangerous?" Because for them to have that police escort.
Well, St. Lucia
you better watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You already got the Jamaicans coming for you. Watch your mouth.
We love St. Lucia. I love you, Jade Mountain.
I looked it up. That to a villa is $1,000 a night.
Jade Mountain. No,
that's not bad.
The villa is $1,000 a night.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh no, that's not
$1,000 a night is not bad.
$1,000 a night. You have 3 people in the villa.
Right.
Would we share a villa, guys?
Of course.
Duh.
I think she meant like she was not saying like would we share a villa to save cost, not would we share a villa for cost. She's saying if we were on a group trip, would we pick us 3 to be in the same villa?
Oh well, I mean, who else would we go with anyway? So
who else would we go with?
I was hoping more people, so I wouldn't have to sleep with you bitches. But anyhow,
you would love it.
And plus I would be there with my lover, of course. So
fuck that producer.
You know what, my lover? Well, my husband coming in.
Oh, we not doing that. Nope.
No, please,
no,
please. I do not want to go back to the broken home. Move.
Yeah.
He done cried twice. Move on.
Okay, whatever.
Oh Lord.
So everyone is
down.
Right. So everybody is like really gassed about it. Everyone's really excited about it, saying like, "Oh my God, Bose, you did really well." Night, yo, what the fuck, bro?
Night was gassed about it too. It's fine.
It's okay, boo boo. I love you so much. So basically, they're talking. Everybody's gassed about it. My first negative feeling about Tilly complaining about those stairs. Everybody was really positive. Tilly, keep your mouth shut. Shut up.
She's an old lady.
Did you see them zooming on her ankles though? They did. The way that they were kind of protruding over the scandal.
But I'm surprised Sutton didn't have a problem with the stairs because ain't she the one with the bad ankles?
She has brittle ankles. Brittle ankles, sweetie.
What are brittle ankles?
She got osteoporosis?
I think so.
Yeah.
You know, Danielle, that's that disease woman of a particular age get.
I can run a marathon. My ankles is just as sturdy as oars.
Not with that ass. Well, that might be why it's so sturdy, child. So then Sutton says that she feels a weird, like Dorit's giving weird energy. What other energy would she be giving towards you, Sutton?
Exactly.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what I'm talking. Like, this is what Erica is saying when, like, you're one way one time, and then the next time you're a completely different person. And then what took me out, and I have a theory. When we found out that Paris Hilton has been putting on that voice for a very long time, Kim Kardashian does the same thing. They said Michael Jackson did the same thing as well. Kathy actually confirmed it, but there were other people that have been saying that for years that Michael Jackson would tell us, hey, you did. But then when you get on the business, yeah, we're going to need you to do. Like, they've always said that. When Dorit imitated Sutton and did that voice, I said, there's a real voice in there. There's something popping with that voice. I felt like that was it was too good. It was a completely different tone. It just really threw me off.
There was a little bass.
Yes. Like, it was crazy.
It was a little scary.
I go back to when they cut back to just it being them three, Sutton, Garcelle, and Tilly. Tilly starts the conversation off by basically saying, like, she feels like the group is very cliquey and this is a very tough group to enter. And I feel for her. And then when she gave her, like, little flashback, I said, this bitch been fine all her life. Like, she was a gorgeous. Like a gorgeous girl.
And I can finally see the Asian, because I can never really see it before.
I feel like
I didn't see it before either.
That's crazy, because I feel like I see it more now with the, her having a...
So after they showed the pictures and then they flashed back to her currently, then I could definitely see it. But before that, I never saw it.
Got it. I was getting, from her photos when she was younger, I was getting Pacific Islander.
I was getting Alaskan. Yeah, I was getting in that range. Yeah. Native American. Yeah. Very beautiful. The 60s whole moment for her. That was, I was like, that was your era, Jennifer.
She was there. She was in her 60s.
Well,
she is a woman of a particular age. Shall we say?
We just talking about her ankles.
What really threw me off about this, Sutton is such a hater of Kyle and Dorit's friendship. It's really showing. And then her starting to get emotional and actually come out and say, like, I've always wanted to be cool, and like these girls are just so mean to me. And it's like, you don't see what you're doing. Like, you don't think you're playing any part of this. You are no victim. Yeah. For you to be coming for a staple like Erica, as she did, when you were season 2? This is her second season when she came for Erica, which at that time was a staple of the show. Stop trying to be a victim. I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah. You don't do it well.
And then of course she says, the only person that has my back is Garcelle. Wait till you see those confessionals. Any thoughts before we close this out?
See you on St. Lucia.
Right. So guys,
wait. I'm sorry. Wait. I just say this one thing. I will say, where was Kathy unpacking the entire time they was talking?
Most likely.
No, that's
why was her boots on the sink?
You know why.
It's
okay.
No, that's a fact.
I'm done.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm done.
You know what? I'm never gonna say what. Well, you said it, so I can say it. I ain't never eating out. Never. I just don't trust it. But anywho, guys, it is time for our favorite segment of the show, and that is
Everybody just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. All right, so for me, who needs to calm down in this episode? Again, it's gonna be Sutton for me. Like, you are not a victim. You play a part in the reason why your standing is what it is in these friend groups. You're just not that girl to really come at people that you think you are, because you're not consistent with it. Either shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna give mine to Mo. As a man of a particular age, you don't have to come out and leave with that lie about partying only 5 times. Mo, stop being ridiculous. We know you're out there acting a fool. Relax.
Honestly, I'm actually going to give it to Tilly. And you know why? I'm going to give it to her because she should have worn better shoes to walk up the stairs. She needs to calm down. You knew your ankles was bad, girl. Stop.
Okay, that will. Jerry, you love giving it to a person that is not a housewife.
Well, because
I just realized that. Like,
I like the gardener. I like the way he prunes them roses.
I don't like to be redundant. And then half the time you take mine, so I'm like, well, let me just have a backup and pick somebody else just to give it a little variety.
I cannot. All right, guys. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of Everybody Just Calm Down. I hope you enjoyed our review. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And how about y'all tell us for once who needs to calm down in those comments?
Yeah.
Besides Danielle.
Lord, now we getting people that's not even on the show, child. Lord, Jesus.
I'm the host. Now I gotta calm down.
Now how you get in it? You see, I ain't even said nothing. But
said that bit.
Right, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You guys have a lovely, beautiful day or night or whatever it's called. All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye.